All right, future coding pros, welcome. Let's talk about a code that, well, it can be a real headache when you're just starting out in psychiatric coding. I'm talking about CPT 90785. But don't worry, today we're going to crack this thing wide open.
So, how do you handle a session that's, well, more than just talk? Picture this. You're looking at a clinician's notes, right? And it's clear this wasn't your standard one-on-one chat. Maybe you've got a child who will only communicate through puppets. Or, get this, a parent who's actually disrupting the therapy session. As the coder, how in the world do you signal that extra work?
And that right there, that's the heart of the matter. You see, sometimes the toughest part of a session isn't the diagnosis itself. It's all about the communication. We're talking about things like dealing with really emotional family members, trying to connect with patients who are nonverbal, or maybe the doctor has to get on the phone with the school or even law enforcement. That is a ton of extra effort, and it absolutely has to be captured in the coding.
So, what's the solution? Well, say hello to CPT code 9785. This is our special tool, and it represents something called interactive complexity. This is the code, the exact code, we use to report those really tough communication challenges.
Okay, so what exactly is interactive complexity? Think of it as the official name for those communication curveballs that make a session way harder than usual. When you, as the coder, apply this code, you're essentially raising a flag that says, hey, the provider here had to jump through some serious hoops just to get the therapy done. It's all about recognizing that extra work.
Okay, now listen up, because this is probably the single most important rule you need to remember about 9785. Are you ready? It is an add-on code. I want you to burn that into your brain. Think of it like a sidecar on a motorcycle, or, I don't know, sprinkles on ice cream. It can never, and I mean never, stand on its own. It always has to be attached to another main service code.
All right, so we get it, it's an add-on, great. But when do we actually use it? Let's dive into the specifics, the rules of engagement, if you will. As a coder, you've got to know these inside and out. This is your playbook.
And what's so cool here is how specific the rules are. You can't just slap this code on because a session felt difficult. Nope. The documentation from the provider has to spell out at least one of these 4 situations. Think of yourself as a detective. You're reading the notes, looking for the clues, the evidence that one of these triggers was present.
Okay, so your detective work paid off. You found a trigger in the notes. Awesome. What's the next step? You have to check if the main service, the motorcycle for our sidecar, is actually eligible. And this table here lays it out perfectly. 9785 can only be attached to these specific codes: diagnostic evaluations, certain psychotherapy services, and group therapy. If the primary code isn't on this list, it's a no-go for 9785. Simple as that. All right, we've talked about when to use it. Now let's flip the script. Knowing when not to use a code is just as critical, maybe even more so. Because getting this wrong can lead to denied claims, and nobody wants that. So let's talk about the big red flags and the major no-nos. And here is a classic trap that a lot of new coders fall into. Look at this. You can add 90785 to a regular 60-minute therapy session, which is code 90837. But, and this is a big but, you cannot add it to crisis psychotherapy, code 90839. And you might be asking, why not? Well, it's because the crisis codes already have that intensity baked right into them. The system assumes a crisis is complex, so you don't get to add more complexity on top of it.
And the list of don'ts continues. As you can see, you can't report 9785 with things like applied behavior analysis or ABA services. There are a few other specific codes it doesn't play well with either. And this last one is super important. You can't just tack it on to an EM service, an evaluation and management code by itself. The only way that works is if psychotherapy was also provided on that same day. These aren't suggestions, folks. These are the hard and fast rules.
Okay, let's take a breath. We've gone through the triggers, the right codes to pair it with, and the codes to avoid. So let's boil this all down. What is the one thing, the core idea, that you absolutely have to take away from all this?
It's this, right here on the screen. This is the whole shebang. Interactive complexity isn't a service. The provider didn't do interactive complexity. It's more like a descriptor, an adjective. It's your way, as the coder, of saying, whoa, hold on. This session right here, this one involved way more communication effort than usual, and I've got the notes to prove it.
So, I'm going to leave you with this question to think about as you continue your studies. Your job as a coder, it's so much more than just plugging in numbers. You're a storyteller. You're taking the clinical notes, the story the provider wrote, and you're translating it into the universal language of code.
And when you correctly identify and apply a code like 90785, you're not just adding a number. You're making sure the full story gets told. And that's a pretty important job, don't you think?